in Santa Clara County?
31.
31 districts. So talk to us about what you think is going to be needed to actually achieve scale on this, and where are the bottlenecks? Pedro pointed out a few of these things, a very pessimistic viewpoint of being able to scale and implement. So you have to do it. And so talk to us about how you're going to be held accountable for it and what you need.
Right. So first I want to say I'm a proud product of the California school system, okay? Went to community college here in California, yeah. Went to 2 state schools, so it can happen, all right? And before I get into answering that, I think we need to take a little bit higher level look at just what testing means for all the different people in this room. First and foremost, I'm a parent, a PTA parent. So, right? So what testing means to a parent and getting their child ready and supporting that is different than what I currently do. I'm also a parent of biracial children who never scored proficient on any state test, ever. And they have a college-educated mother. Research says they should be doing great. Never, ever, neither one of them scored proficient on a state test. I'm a homeowner. Test scores mean something to my home value. And we know that a lot of school districts have to contend with that. And as we switch to a different accountability system and testing system, that has raised the concern of a lot of districts that I deal with. And when superintendents and their boards and teachers talk to me about should we not, how do we do this and still maintain all of that, it's a very real reality. And then, as you said, Renee, I'm the one that has to do it because I'm told so. A teacher that had to administer the tests, an administrator that was held accountable for my test scores every time I met with the superintendent, and then as a district administrator who had to look at the school board and report on how our students were performing and what was I going to do tomorrow to make those tests better. So when we get into this conversation about testing, it affects us all differently. But those are lenses that every time we make a decision at the federal level, the state level, the local level, we have to look through each one of those lenses because that's where people get really passionate and emotional about the issue. I agree so much with Pedro. I'm starstruck, okay? I just finished my doctorate and I cited him. So when they put our name tags up here, I'm like, Stardust is gonna rub off. I'm so excited. So this is like one of those, bucket list moments for me. It's like, wow, I get to be in agreement and sitting next to Pedro. So we'll talk
okay, enough on Pedro,
right,
Lisa. Let's.
So now that I got all that out, but I just think it's good to set that context. So I'm charged with, as Renee said, making sure that districts are ready for assessments in spring of 2015. Whether I agree with it or not, my charge is to get them ready. And when you think about scaling up and what needs to be done, just like a teacher in a classroom, the districts that we serve in Santa Clara County are all at different levels of readiness. So it's very much individualized, while it also has to be very standardized, because we do want to keep that equity there. So some of the issues that we contend with is, yes, there's a resource issue, but truly, I might be out there on my own on this, districts do have money that they could make better decisions with, okay? I'm just gonna put it out there. You are making decisions to buy certain things, and so there is a priority thing that's what I've seen in my county. We also have to have a priority. When I sit down with districts, it's, well, we don't have the technology, we don't have the computers, we don't have the bandwidth, okay? It's not gonna really matter if you have that computer first if the teacher doesn't know how to teach the Common Core and how to prepare the students for the Common Core. So as everyone has said since I've been here this morning, we have to invest in that teacher professional development, which means more than buying a curriculum that has the Common Core standards in them, because we've done that already. With the CST, we built curriculum that had the California state standards in them. Okay? Just delivering that purple box with a purple bow is not going to do it. Teachers have to have the professional development on the curriculum, on the standards. They need professional development on how to design lessons that now incorporate the 21st century skills of problem solving, critical thinking, communicating, and collaborating.
Let me ask you a question. What's
Yeah.
keeping you up at night and getting this done? You. What's keeping you up?
People not having the courage to do it.
Say more.
No one, I shouldn't say no one, very few people like change. Very few people thrive on change. And so what folks do is because of their fear of change and what that means for me, then they do not have the courage to do what needs to be done. They don't allocate the dollars. They don't face the inequities. They don't inform their school boards. They don't, parents don't, demand it, that this is on, it's been here since 2010. It's not going
Okay.
away.
All right, great.